once-in-a-lifetime encounter for some in Franklin County who got up-close encounter with an animal rarely seen. Take a look at that. As Fox 2's Jordan Williams reports, it is the first time in 5 years there's been a mountain lion sighting in the St. Louis River.
Wild, powerful, fast, and lately mountain lions seem to be turning up more often in Missouri.
5 confirmed since November. That's 1/3 of all such sightings in the last 16 years. As KMBC 9's Maria Antonia shows us tonight, that has some people worried and experts looking for answers.
Hi everybody, Mike Roux here with Midmo Reapers. It is my pleasure. No, let me take that back. That's not true. It is my honor to be in Iron County, Missouri with my very best friend on the planet. We are brothers from different mothers, Roger Lewis. Roger's got property in Iron County, Missouri, and he invites me down here to play. In fact, it's the afternoon of opening day of turkey season, and Roger heard all the gobbling today, and I didn't. But that's not why we're here. We're here today for something that's even a little more interesting than turkey hunting. Roger has validated proof that he has had a mountain lion on his property. Now his trail cameras, which Stephen Lewis, his oldest son, kind of runs the trail cameras down here, they've seen hogs and coyotes and bobcats and elk and deer, obviously, and turkeys. Roger, what else have you guys seen down here?
Black bear, and it was just a joy to see that. I think we've got a couple of black bears, one video and one still camera shot of nice, fully grown black bears.
What else?
Oh, you must be talking about, what's that thing? Oh, the mountain lion.
Yeah, your big kitty cat.
Yeah.
So tell the folks how you found out you've got a big kitty cat, and then how the state of Missouri found out.
Well, the Conservation magazine came in for the month, and the article in there was about how they confirm the sightings and make sure that they're not being messed with.
Right, make sure they're valid.
Yes, and then they gave a contact person in that article and a phone number and said, report your sighting. So they did. The man I talked to was in charge of the group that does large carnivore work, and he put me in touch with a gentleman by the name of Scott McWilliams, and he said, yes, I'll come out and look at your property, look where your camera is, and so I was really surprised to see what they brought with them.
Were they surprised that you had video instead of just a still picture?
They seemed to be. I asked them, and they said they don't recall any video of a mountain lion, but they had stills.
Yeah.
Mike, the thing that caught my eye in the article was there's only been 107 sightings, according to that article, in the state of Missouri, confirmed sightings since 1994. I think that's 29 years. But anyway,
so that's just 1 or 2 or 3 a year.
Yes. Now they went on to say that there's been several more, some that is in process of being confirmed, and some of them that have been confirmed since that time, and so it might be up to 112, 115.
Well, tell me about the process that they went through to say, yeah, Roger, you got a mountain lion.
Well, I will. The thing that was off-putting was that I was sad to realize that my mountain lion video was a year old. It was in 2022, and I thought, well, they won't be interested in that. And I questioned Scott McWilliams on that from NBC, and he said, no, that's fine because that date is printed on your film, and that will help confirm it. So they brought a full-sized silhouette, an actual photograph of a real mountain lion, to set it up at the right distance from the camera. They looked at the trees to make sure each limb was in the camera that's on the property. So
they took care to make sure the silhouette was right where the mountain lion was standing during the video.
Right.
Awesome.
And everything had to match up to that. And so finally, And they were here a little while to do that. He brought a young man with him that I think is an intern for the Department of Conservation in this large carnivore group. And so they talked it over and came to me, and I thought, oh no, what are they going to find wrong? And he said, I can confirm for you that this is an actual validated mountain lion sighting. And I don't believe they had any video. They have photographs. And they sometimes, Mike, it's not all photograph. It's not all photography. It's animal kills.
Yeah.
And they take DNA in that case. There's no video, no pictures, or tracks.
Physical evidence. Continue our conversation today on mountain lions in Missouri. In Roger's interview, he mentioned a gentleman from the Missouri Department of Conservation, Scott McWilliams. Well, I'm lucky enough and honored to be with Scott McWilliams right now so that he can give you not only what he does as far as the big cats go in Missouri, but what he actually did at Roger's farm to validate and to verify his sighting. I would like to introduce to you wildlife damage biologist, Scott McWilliams. Scott, thank you.
Yeah, how are you
I
today?
appreciate your time.
Sure.
First of all, tell the folks when it comes to mountain lions what it is that you actually do with the conservation department.
Okay, we started in '94 trying to identify how many cats sightings, not mountain lions, but cat sightings we have in the state.
Okay.
And since 1994, when we had our first actual sighting, we have now had 115 in the last 30-some years.
115 sightings in 30 years. Is it safe to say there are mountain lions in Missouri?
Yes, that's a fact. Yes.
That's a fact.
So, but remember, a sighting is not a separate animal. We know some cats are moving around, so we may only have something less than that. When we get a cat sighting we just had one in Dallas County. And really we saw 3 different pictures of it.
Okay.
So each one of those is a sighting that we had documented. So it could be the same animal, so that doesn't mean in the last 30 years we've had 115 mountain lions in the state.
So here in the Midwest in Missouri, what would you estimate the average range of a mountain lion to be?
Well, most of these are young males that are looking for home ranges.
Okay.
And to have a home range, there has to be good habitat plus females. So none of these have really settled down, set up a home range.
Right.
They're all transients.
So you could see the same cat in 2 or 3 different counties.
Yes.
Okay.
And that happens all the time.
Okay. So I know what your job is from my conversation with Roger. I want you to tell the folks when you hit Roger's farm in Iron County, Missouri, what did you do to validate his video? And I'm assuming this video was pretty important to you.
Yes, yes. We encourage all the landowners that think they have a mountain lion to send us some pictures. Now, we have to have hard evidence. We don't just accept a phone call saying, yeah, I saw a mountain lion. If they start coming up with good tracks, we find carcasses, we find kills, we get videos,
right?
still cameras. So once we get to that level, then we normally investigate.
I got it.
By investigate, we come out and look where their camera is setting. We leave it in the exact same place. We get their pictures that they took, and then I will bring a silhouette with me.
Yeah, I see that.
And so we will set this exactly. If this cat's nose is touching a little weed and its back's up next to the barbed wire, that is where I set the silhouette. And that is how we can document it was taken in Missouri and that this is a cat. Now the majority of our sightings are not mountain lions.
Okay.
We get house cats, we get lots of bobcats, and everybody means well, and we appreciate all their help.
Sure.
But we don't document everything we go out to visit.
Okay.
Now, Roger's was different. We had a good picture. I could set up exactly where his animal was. We could identify the trees. And so we can say, yes, his picture was taken at this site, and yes, it was a mountain lion.
Perfect. Scott, percentage-wise, when you get a call and you go out to do what you did at Rogers, how many are real and how many are not?
Well, I won't. I'm not going to put a number on it.
Yeah.
People are very protective of their sighting information, and you got to remember, I'm from the Ozarks, and we like our folklore.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody sees mountain lions.
Yeah.
So we don't go out trying to prove or disprove what they say. We're just trying to document that camera took a picture of that cat on this day.
Yeah. And so
the majority of calls we get are not mountain lions.
right. Roger's call to the Department of Conservation was prompted by an article that he read in the Missouri Conservationist.
Yes.
Did that article produce any other verifiable cats?
I won't say that article. Anytime we have an article and we talk about mountain lions, it generates interest.
Okay.
And so whether specifically that one article, but we keep some out there in the Conservationist, on our website.
Sure.
So people are aware that we would like them to call in. And a lot of people are not comfortable. They're not sure. And so many times I get a house cat that's taken from 20 yards off, and so I go and I set up my silhouettes. Oh no, it's not this. Oh no, it's smaller than a bobcat. I've also got a house cat in there. And their first response will be, I think it's a baby mountain lion.
Exactly.
So we're not out there to prove or disprove anything. We just want to document.
Just want to document and validate.
Yes.
Scott, thank you for your time. Thank you for your expertise, and thank you for what you do. You know, when the term big cats comes up in the state of Missouri, everybody's thinking tigers at Columbia.
Oh yes.
The fact is, in the Show Me State, we have a few other big cats.
We've got a few others. You bet.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. Have a great day.
That's all from here. Mike Roux with Midmo Reapers.
Midmo Reapers would like to thank special guest Roger Lewis and Missouri Department of Conservation Wildlife Damage Biologist Scott McWilliams. Please be sure to report any and all mountain lion sightings to the Mountain Lion Response Team at mountain.lion@mdc.mo.gov. Stay tuned next week as Preston and Mike go to Quincy, Illinois for Fishing for Freedom.